Hey, it's me, Baxter.
And Jonathan.
We're talking about the beloved and insipid gas.
No, not that kind of.
No. Guitar acquisition syndrome.
Gotcha.
Now, I get gas every once in a while. It's usually earlier in the day, so it's gone by now.
We're all sort of synced up.
We're safe. Yeah, all right.
Our bathroom schedules.
We're in sync together. It's just kind of weird, but no, it's we see a lot of this in our line of work.
Yes.
We also experience a lot of it in our personal lives.
Also true.
Me with amplifiers.
God.
You with
just whatever.
everything. Sean with what's Sean doing now?
I feel like Sean always gets into like,
weird
I need the newest synth or,
Yeah, keytars. He's big into keytars right now. But
the keytar game.
But no, gas can be a wonderful, enjoyable, thrilling, thoughtful process. It can be really fun. Thoughtful is the key word here. Or it can be a horror show for your bank account. You could spend $100,000
Just a blind mad dash
of money you don't even know. I mean, just to get this tone you're seeking, and you don't ever quite get it. Just don't do that. So there's let's just address that side first. The mad abandon. Like, we've met some gentlemen and gentlefolk, and it's all been gentlemen that have bought over 50 guitars in 1 year.
Yes.
And that's not for much.
That's a lot of guitars.
It's a lot of guitars. I mean, just the math on how many guitars you're getting per week.
One day I'm going to add up how many guitars I've owned in my life. I bet it's
not anywhere near that.
50.
Well, and that problem is well, they're not that expensive guitars. We're buying like sort of affordable knockoff guitars and ones that just look cool that don't actually sound good, maybe. And
sometimes some dudes are buying
all
sort of crazy things. But yeah,
the folks that I've met personally,
right.
I've read about it on the forums and the internet, but that's been sort of that case. Is they're in that sort of $300 to $600 guitar, but still a lot of money. Do the math again. It's kind of horrifying. But it's this sort of that there's one reason you're doing that is just to fill some need to buy things.
Yes.
Which is very unhealthy.
Right.
And you should stop that immediately. Yes. We try to stop people with that. It's like, you're just buying to buy. You don't need this. But the other thing is when they're searching for this tone and they're trying to get it, but they haven't done the homework. They've done the rudimentary Google searches of how do I get that Stevie Ray Vaughan tone.
Well, I mean, everybody thinks you buy a new piece of gear and it's like magically, heavens open, light shines down, and suddenly it's the sound you've always dreamed of in your brain. I've never had that actually work. Have you? Like where you bought a thing? I mean, like I've bought things where I just thought immediately, oh wow, this is magical. But nothing fixes everything. And I would dare say most pieces of gear, whether it's an amp, a guitar, or a pedal, it takes a while to learn how to really optimize, your use for it.
Yeah, most of it, I mean, I hate saying it really is in your fingers and like just how you play.
It's true.
Because Jonathan and I will play the same piece of gear, it's going to sound totally different.
Totally different, yeah.
You're starting to kind of find the joys of two rocks a little bit, though. Classic reverb, you realize that it is a good amp.
And it was a good amp.
It's unfortunate.
I just didn't want to be bit by the gas bug.
We're gonna tamper that down, though. We don't want biting that gas bug either.
But you like all my other emotions.
Yes.
Shut it down.
Shut it down. I had so many jokes I was going to say there and just letting that go. We had a conversation like an hour before this where we got pretty intense about things, and we're just going to leave that one off the table.
It was good.
It was a good conversation. We weren't mad at each other. It was just intense. Like, we can't talk about it on YouTube.
No.
But let's talk about focused gas.
Okay.
Focused, proper gas that just channels out of a cylinder type of shape and just whoof.
Like blinders. Whoof. Blinders on a horse.
If you don't know, if you have gas and you want to focus it, you need to really find some trusted people to work with.
Ooh, yes.
It can be shops. It can be guys like at Casino Guitars, Wildwood, all these other great shops, Musicville, all the ones, Chuck Levins, all the ones that I like. You got to find the guys that you like that aren't just trying to sell you whatever they need to sell you. Some of these guys actually will help you or stop you.
Yes.
If you're getting ready to buy gear, that's not going to answer that question. But you can have those advisors. And even if you're not buying from that shop, you can talk to them. Give the guys a call at Wildwood. And if you're buying something from somewhere else, or give the guys a call at Casino.
I know you're thinking, you guys are a guitar shop. You would never tell us not to buy a thing. Not true. We actually tell people not to buy things.
We do
all the time.
Or like even when people we tell people not to sell things too, and they're bringing in gear like that's. Oh, this is my dad's, and I just don't really want anymore. Can I get X for it? I'm like, I wouldn't sell that. I think you're gonna regret it in about 10 minutes.
Well, I had a friend the other day, guy sort of know, and he's playing really expensive Loudon guitars.
Yes.
And then he went and grabbed this Martin The Martin was a high-end guitar, but substantially cheaper than the loud. I was like, you know what, man? You sound better playing the Martin. The Martin's more your thing. So, if you find the right people, there you go. Then they're going to tell you the right things, and they're going to help you focus. I come in and like our little brain trust, which is really just me and Baxter and Sean and Derek in the mornings, sitting around, and I'm like, guys, I'm thinking of doing this. And sometimes they're like, that's stupid. It's a really dumb idea. Buy that.
Don't sell all your gear and play through that little thing.
But sometimes they're like, oh, yeah, no, do it. Yeah, you get that. And it helps me focus on the acquisition.
Sometimes that's it's fun to have that sort of that team element, because I know you're all alone, but you don't have to feel like alone. You can shoot us a message, shoot these other shops a message.
Calls. People call all the time.
Like, I mean, it's so helpful. Just to sort of also, your partner will like you more because you're not spending money at an abandonment rate that you're just like, I just got to burn it. Got to burn it. You might spend, but the thing I found too is like getting less and getting better is so much more rewarding in the long run.
It is.
It's like if you're like on the fence about something too, like I could get this X, Y, and Z, or I could just get Q. Sometimes Q might be the choice.
Well, there's also something about like delayed gratification, right? So like if I just go on a buying spree and buy this, this, and this, none of it really means much. But like when I bought this Gretsch that I bought not too long ago, I waited
a long time.
I thought about it like a year and a half. Part of that's because I'm poor. Part of it was because I was just like, hey, let's think about this thing. And then it did, and I'm playing, I'm practicing, doing stuff, playing gigs. When I get it, I'm like, wow, this really does fit into where I wanted it to. It's kind of magical.
Yes, it was a perfect fit.
It was perfect
in that respect. No, so it can be. It's a dangerous path. We all have it. You need to have friends. That's the biggest point. Like, friends can be on the internet, it can be in real life, but not just the friends that say buy everything. That's not the right friends.
The enablers.
This is not like going.
It's nice to have them too. They're like, yo, I just do it. You deserve it.
The little devil, and you're like those old Bugs Bunny commercials or cartoons. I mean, like when they had the devil and then the angel.
I do have friends that I'm that for, like in our little text threads. Oh yeah, get it. You just got to get it.
I mean, sometimes you do need a little push.
Because some of these things are like, we understand these are luxury, expensive things, So yes, sometimes you need someone to say, yeah, that's okay. That'll be awesome.
You're gonna be okay with it,
or it's worth it, or it's not,
or like put the order in. Let's wait for that, or. But gas can be really fun. Again, when channeled properly, you gotta choke it out a little bit sometimes, and then let it go at the right moments. Choke it out. It's just that little.
Wait for the release.
Wait for the release.
The sweet release.
It's like that SBD, like the silent but deadly like release of like when your partner's like, did you just buy a whole new 2-Rock and custom shop array and Martin and Taylor? Oh God. And then you realize, I just spent $25,000 on this stuff.
That's bad. That's me. Well, I mean,
no, it's great. I mean, that would be kind of fun to spend that much at one time. Like, and just be that's the stuff I want, or would it not be fun? Do you want to spread it out?
I mean, like, it would be amazing in that moment, but would it be more fun? I don't know.
Like you're saying, I'm doing a whole new rig. Let's see, and you're selling all your stuff, and you're starting over.
You hear about dudes doing that, like like guys, not normal people, but like I remember reading this thing about like Keith Urban made a new album, so he dumps all his stuff and all new rig that goes with the new album. Like we're talking like rock stars, like John Mayer or somebody, right?
Different
level. So that would be exciting. Like, I've never done that. I've never experienced that.
It'd be hard to get rid of.
I wouldn't want to get rid of guitars. At this point, I wouldn't want to get rid of amps either. But like it would be nice if you could just be like, bam, here's my new rig. I'm gonna.
Because you have really good amps too.
Really good amps.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I mean, like you're past you couldn't get rid of everything.
I mean, I guess I
mean, you could, but
it'd be stupid. It'd be weird.
Because I feel like, what else are you gonna get? All the stuff is kind of awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome stuff looking around. But yeah, so gas. Let us know your experience with it, your journey, if it feels good or if it feels bad. Is the release good?
Do you ever get to the point where you don't have gas? Is there a point where you're like, oh, I'm good? I don't know if there is.
I know, because I thought I was there, and then I found out I'm not there.
Well, you don't have like, the dangerous, like, oh my God, I need these things. You just kind of have like,
that's
mild.
Cool.
Well, I really like a Languedoc one day.
Or if something walks through the guitar shop, like, that'll look nice next to my couch.
Nice car. My scar.
Yes, I will take that. Are we going to sell that shop? We're not going to sell that at the shop.
Yes.
I've been wanting to get one of those for, I don't know, 16 years.
The shop needs one of these.
No. Daddy needs one. That's all. So let us know your journey. We always love hearing about that, and just share it with the friends there in the comments. And, thanks again. Click like, subscribe.
Hit the bell. Find your gas enablers.
Or no.
Or not your enablers.
No. Your gas companions.
Your team.
team
Your
is-
cabinet.
It's kind of like the what are those? It's in that Ted Lasso show, and they're like the Diamond Dogs. They call them
Diamond Dogs.
The Diamond Dogs, when they all get together and talk about their feelings. Men, it's a great show.
It's like your little round table.
It is
Like your Arthur.
Oh my God, I love that. I love the King
Excalibur.
Arthur, the bad one with Clive Owens and Keira Knightley.
That one's
love it.
fantastic.
I love it. I watch it like once a year. It's so good because I feel like
Such a
that's the
manly
true
man.
story
Yeah.
of England.
Well, yeah.
In my mind, that's how
Yeah.
England was
No, it's-
formed.
it's-
100%.
Yes.
I love it. The Vikings are so great in that.
Yeah.
They're so good. Oh, it's everything about it.
Why
Why is that
I
one so
also
good?
have watched it multiple times.
I want King. It's called
Because
Arthur.
it's not good, but it is good.
But it's great. It's like something about it. It's like it's just fun. It's like the Magnificent Seven in medieval times.
Yes.
Pre-medieval. I don't know. Unbelievable. Take care of it. Peace be with you.